In a world filled with progress, technology, and modern thinking, there is a story so old yet still powerful, so ancient yet still debated, so dramatic yet still believed. It is the story of a man, a warning, a massive wooden structure, a sky that refused to stop crying, and a world that changed forever. This is the story of Noah's flood. But today, we're not just telling the story, we're going deeper. We will talk about how life was before the flood, what God told Noah, whether Noah really warned the world, the challenge of gathering animals, food supply inside the ark, where all the water came from, where it went afterward, the rainbow and what it means today, scientific thoughts and possibilities, and what this story means for us now. So sit back, relax, and let's travel back in time. Before the flood, the world was not like what we see today. Humanity had multiplied, civilization was growing, people were building, trading, marrying, and living their lives. But something else was spreading faster than population: wickedness, violence, corruption, hatred, evil. Scripture describes that humanity had turned their hearts away from God. People enjoyed sin, they celebrated evil, they mocked righteousness, and the world became dark, not because the sun stopped shining, but because the hearts of men stopped fearing God. In the middle of this corrupt world lived one man, different from the crowd. His name was Noah. Noah was not perfect, but he was faithful. He feared God. He obeyed God. He walked differently when everyone else walked wrongly. And then, one day, God spoke. Imagine being Noah, living your normal life, raising your family, doing your daily activities. Then God tells you something impossible, unbelievable, and world-shaking. The world is filled with violence. A great flood is coming. Build an ark. Noah must have paused. A flood? From where? Water enough to cover the world? Destroy everything? But Noah did not argue. He did not laugh. He did not walk away. He believed. And his faith began the greatest construction project in ancient history. Many people wonder, did Noah try to tell people? Did Noah just build in silence? Or did he warn humanity? From scriptural context, Noah wasn't just a builder. He was like a preacher. He warned. He spoke. He told people what was coming. Imagine Noah every day, hammering wood, cutting trees, building the ark, people walking by, laughing. Look at this crazy old man. Where will the flood come from? We've never seen rain like that before. You're wasting your time. But Noah continued. Day after day, year after year, no break, no quitting. Faith kept him working. He wasn't just building wood, he was building obedience. And as he built, he was indirectly preaching a message: turn back to God before it's too late. But the world ignored him. Faithful Noah built, faithless people mocked, and time kept ticking. Now imagine the ark, not a small boat, not a canoe, not a fishing vessel, a gigantic, floating wooden city. Multiple floors, longer than many buildings today, designed not for speed, but for survival. This was not a cruise ship, it was a survival vessel for life itself. People ask, how can this thing carry animals? How can it store food? What if animals fought? What if humans lived inside for so long? Well, look around today. Zoos feed animals every day. Farms feed livestock. People store food for years. Now imagine grains, seeds, dried food, stored water, preserved supplies. The ark wasn't just wood, it was a floating warehouse of survival. Could they have slept longer? Possibly. Could God have helped maintain peace among animals? Absolutely. Could God have controlled their nature? Definitely. Because this wasn't just survival, it was divine preservation. After years of warning, after decades of building, after countless days of mockery, the day came. Noah entered the ark. His family entered the ark. The animals were inside. The door closed, and the world got silent. Then, the clouds gathered, the wind changed, the air shifted, and the sky opened. Rain like humanity had never seen before. Heavy, continuous, merciless. Water didn't just fall from above. Scripture suggests water burst from beneath the earth, too. The world became water. Homes were washed away. People who once laughed now cried. But it was too late. The water kept rising. Mountains disappeared. Cities vanished. Life ended. Except inside the ark, where faith, family, and God's promise were safe. Days turned to weeks. Weeks turned to months. Inside the ark, they waited. They prayed. They trusted. This is one of the biggest questions ever asked. Where did such massive water go? Possible explanations. The Earth's geography changed drastically. Deep valleys, trenches, and oceans formed deeper basins. Tectonic plates shifted. Mountains rose higher after. Water settled into seas. Today, more than 70% of the Earth is water. We still see evidence of massive water erosion worldwide. We see fossils of sea creatures on mountains. We see ancient flood legends in many cultures around the world. Something global truly happened. Faith declares, Scripture already told us what it was. 10 flyth. Then, finally, the rain stopped. The waters began to go down. The ark rested. Noah waited again. He sent birds. He checked signs. He watched the world slowly return. Then one day, dry ground. A new beginning. He stepped out, looked at a world washed clean, and then something beautiful happened. The rainbow appeared. The rainbow was not just colors. It was a promise, a covenant, a reminder, a message that said, I will never destroy the world again like this. Today, when we see rainbows, many see beauty, many see nature, many see art in the sky. But spiritually, it is still a reminder of mercy, a reminder of survival, a reminder of second chances. It is God saying, I remember my promise. Science looks at this story and asks, could it be possible? Could so much water exist? Could such a boat survive? Could a global flood really happen? Science suggests megafloods have happened in different times. Massive climate events have reshaped Earth. Underwater fossils cover continents. Many civilizations have their own flood stories. History whispers, something truly big happened. Faith declares, Scripture already told us what it was. Science doesn't cancel faith. History doesn't fight Scripture. Instead, they spark curiosity. They invite thinking. They make the story even more powerful. Because Noah's story is not just about water. It's about warning. It's about obedience. It's about faith. It's about trusting God when nobody else understands you. It's about standing strong when the whole world laughs at you. Noah didn't save himself because he was strong. He was saved because he believed. And today, this story still asks us, what are we building? What are we listening to? Are we walking with God or walking with the world? The story of Noah's flood is not just an ancient tale. It is a story of faith, judgment, mercy, hope, and new beginnings. A story reminding us that darkness never wins forever. A story reminding us that when the world drowns in chaos, God still has a plan. And as long as we trust Him, there is always a rainbow after the storm.